Hi, welcome back to my channel. We're opening everybody's favorite Lego set. You get the free clone, trooper, and Droid battle pack. It usually has, it has all this battle droid stuff. Not much clone stuff, but I have a ton of clones. I kind of want battle droid stuff. At this rate, these phone tabs are so Oh. I ripped the phone tab. I don't think that was. Oh. Oh. Just don't watch. Surely. Why did they go back to tape? Search. This is literally one bag filled to the brim with minifigure parts. That's everybody's favorite bag. Another bag with clone troopers. And then I forget that weird. That's this. I forget his name. Oh, there it is. I forget the name of it. I'm not gonna embarrass myself trying to say the name of it. And now that box, I love keeping these boxes. I just love keeping the boxes. I don't know, some people like keeping the boxes. Actually, why don't I get the iPad and use an app I'll show you in the video. I'm not. It gets on my nerves sometimes when I use these instructions. It gets annoying. Ooh. Okay. Up here then. Yeah. Okay, so there's a ton of themes. I just picked out Star Wars. This is, by the way, a 2024 set, so we're gonna change 2024. We have the Yoda. We made the video about that Yoda right there. So just gonna look for it, and it should pop up. Wait, what? It says 2024, but it pops up in 2020. Okay, I guess. So that's, link for whatever. I'm not going to show you this since it's in a different language, in Ukrainian. It's like, I can't really see, like, oh, read this. It tells you how to use it. I can't tell you. You're not going to understand it. So why I wanted to do it here, it's better because you could choose your own thing that you want to build first. So you could just pick out bag 3 and build bag 3 first. That's why it's organized. It's only a speeder in there. It's only that. That's the cool part about it. So I think let's build this first. The biggest part of it. I forget its name again. I'm just gonna build it, and I guess you can watch. I built it. Alright, let me just put these over there. I'm just gonna, army build them up there, so Ooh. Everybody's saying this is a better set than the 2025 battle pack. I mean, the 2025 battle pack is a bit overpriced. Way overpriced. Along with the turbo tank. Because taxes, fees, and, it's just a big problem for Lego. That's why it's overpriced. This one's a good price set. At $40, it's expensive, but unlike other Lego sets, it comes with... I always keep saying to myself, is this a 2-in-1 set or a 3-in-1 set? Because they come with, like, a bungus array of minifigures because it's literally almost covering the whole thing with minifigures. And this is just about. Yeah, there's a ton of minifigures. I mean, the 2025 backpack does come with some good. Stop, okay? You gets annoying sometimes. By the way, an Easter egg. Can you stop? It gets annoying. Let me just show you what I'm getting annoyed by. I mean, like, okay. Can you just stop that? Like, I don't need that. I don't need. Now it's gonna. See, it's annoying. Oh, fall. Stop. Just a minute off camera. Just getting myself organized. By the way, at the end, I'm going to talk about a couple of 2025 sets I want to, buy for you. To, look at because people are saying those are good sets. There's a lot of good sets that are old, but, you're not going to find, like a 19.99 cents on a 2025 shelf of a Target. You're not going to find that. That one piece I'm looking for. Oh. Just confusing. The weird part is I watched like a Lego video on a couple days ago, and they were building on here, and then they just noticed they had a mistake for Lego, like they were missing a page that because they were trying to make more space since the iPad's smaller than bringing out the giant instruction. Those are the big sets, so it had a big instruction. And this app is very old. I mean, it's been. I just know now that it has been up here for a very long time, and they still haven't noticed that. I don't know. I mean, it was an old set, so yes, old sets weren't the most detailed, but they did have the best battle packs. At times, they did have the best battle packs. But they didn't have the best big sets, and it was a big set, so not a lot of people bought it, and nobody really noticed. I know, guys, you're kind of waiting for the best part, the minifigs. Where I go when well, another reason why I bought it is because I kind of need battle droid units right now for, a couple of things I need battle droid units, and I don't have much right now. I only have, one standard B1 battle droid and 3, super battle droids, which is not a lot. And here it comes a lot with, so it was a very good set to buy if you need, battle droids. But, they're getting a bit harder to find as they're getting older. I mean, it's a year old. For Lego, a year isn't a lot for a Lego set, but in real life, it's a whole year. A whole year is a lot of time. So, Oh, thank you. So, yeah. Just have a couple things for Lego if, you gotta stop overpricing these sets. There's literally 2 sets that are way overpriced. Like, one, everybody's saying it's $40 overpriced, which makes sense. It literally has, 0 minifigures, almost. It doesn't have much of minifigures, and it's a big set. So it's supposed to have a ton of minifigures, and he doesn't have that. And it's just so overpriced. At $160, the turbo tank, it doesn't even have that much minifigures, and they're still not even that good. But it costs $160 for it. Like, that's so overpriced. By the way, the other versions of the turbo tank are not only cheaper, not only come with more minifigures, but they're bigger and they're cheaper. Like, I don't understand why they overpriced these for 2025. There are a couple of good 2025 sets, I guess. But, for 2025, Lego Star Wars is rough. Very rough. There's overpriced sets, bad sets, people hate sets, and now, Lego just kind of just overpriced them. I don't know why the overprices are like. The theory that people are saying is, how it works is, they just kind of sit in the meeting room and then they say, oh, I want like a V-Wing or something. And they say, make me a V-Wing for $20. Okay. They make the V-Wing. But then they saw, oh, like, people actually do want those Marines, but, they're not worth $160 just to get 4 Marines. Or 3 Marines. And I guess people wanted a turbo tank. But, like, this is not what we want. So, and they just overpriced it. It's, people want these things, so they thought, oh, why not make a little buck more? But, it's not worth that much. The original prices were like $130, which is better than $160 at least. Could you believe paying $160 for a single Lego set that isn't even that big? Like, the other versions are gigantic. No, they're actually giant. And, like Lego, come on. And, like, I'm just saying this, but the 2000 or the 19, I don't remember. Did they make that one in the turbo tank in 2000 or 1999? I don't know, but that one, they didn't even have that much pizza. They weren't so into Lego Star Wars at, 1999, 2000s. But they actually made a big turbo tank and a good turbo tank that people are considering better than the 2025 one, which I agree with it. Like, how? Like, you shouldn't be making people think of that. That's why people are just... But now people are just spending millions of dollars just to buy the old one, since it's better. Because, at the time, it was less than $160, since this is the time for it. But, they got very old. It's literally from 2000s. That's an old set from 2000, of course. So, now it's expensive. And now people are buying it since, people thought that they would get better sets as, Lego Star Wars, grew. But no, they're literally just getting overpriced sets now. That they didn't pay for. Like, nobody wants those overpriced. That's not bad. My bad. Embarrassing. Oh, that's better. Now I just... You know what's... I've always been watching people building these things. When you're not angling them like that, it looks so weird. It looks like a lightsaber. I don't know. Because they're so long, you have to, make it like that. That looks good. Not that. Let me just see. Oh, come on. I have to get everything on. Ah. But 9. That's how the instructions said it to make it. 9. It said that part in the inside. I don't know. Lego just made me make it wrong. No reason. I'm just looking at it and see, but that looks a bit weird now. And say that's not the same thing. Wait, well that makes it look a lot better. Just check this one out. Trying to make them about the same, because then it could stand it well, and then it doesn't look weird. But of course it looks weird right now. We forgot to make the cannons. Of course we forgot to make the cannons. The cannons are not. Mission impossible. There we go. That's why you don't hold 3 of the same pieces that you need to put on the set at once. And at the end of the video, I'm also going to tell you the sets that I want to buy, and the sense that, and I'm just going to talk about some other sets, how people are rating them, if you should buy them, they're scams, because, 2025 is kind of getting us overpriced sets for no reason. I don't know if I could say that's a scam, because, for a turbo tank, the theory is, correct. The theory is correct, and I'm pretty sure that the theory is right, but, so that's not their problem that it's overpriced for that one, I mean, it is their problem, but, they just fly, oh, Galactic Marines, everybody wants them. No, nobody wants those Galactic Marines. Even though they don't have that much. I'm pretty sure I watched a video for 2026 sets, and I think they're gonna release a whole set about Galactic Marines. And, if you're thinking about making a whole set about Galactic Marines, like, why are you making a set with 3 Galactic Marines then? And just overpricing it because you think that everybody wants those Galactic Marines. No, I like them, but, a lot of people disagree with me. Galactic Marines. They're like little snow troopers, just with extra red, printing on them. Like, okay, wow, thank you for the red printing that we didn't ask for. By the way, you want a custom design for a thermo detonator? There you go, now you can put it on your boy and just explode it. By the way, custom thermo detonator looks absolutely not accurate, but who cares if it's accurate or not? I'm literally just building it after extra pieces. Yeah, this is getting time to clean up. Since we're not going to be using these, I'm going to put them in here in case our iPad gets out of battery. Okay, so I'm opening bag 1. And I don't want to make it bag 3, 2, then 1. That's kind of a pattern. I want to go, custom. That way, this one comes with 3 clone troopers. This one comes with with that nice shock trooper and battle droids, all the battle droids in there too. Yeah, get rid of that. Thank you. By the way, people are saying the speeder looks okay, but it's not the best speeder Lego. I don't know, legs get in this position. I guess this guy wants to stand like that. I don't know what found it. Why I found the legs in that position? That's the weirdest position ever. I don't even need these instructions. I know how to make a clone trooper buff. It smells amazing. There's just something about real Lego that whenever you feel fake Lego, it feels so nice. New Legostarwars just feels so nice. Oh. Will you push my finny? You can't do that. My finny. By the way, I did that is because that is one shock troopers, then, the battle droids are gonna have a whole army, and I wanna make you a battle. A battle of Geonosis. Ha ha ha. By the way, my favorite movie is The Clone Wars. The Clone Wars. Because it uses my favorite type of clones. Those clones, from the Clone Wars, I do absolutely everything. Like, I go on Amazon, I go everywhere just to find them. And then I just try to buy them. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, I like them. Look, amazing. Oh, thermo detonator. This is very dangerous. It's a thermo detonator. You have to put it in a box that will just cover up for the rest of its days, so we don't touch that thermo detonator. And by the way, I'm interested, why are these guys not getting guns? I mean, they don't even come with guns. Because this one's, supposed to be operating that. And I'm like, then why are you making him hold the gun? There's a little beast trying to, destroy you. There you go. Take fire, and then these guys are just gonna hide. Until I make them their speeder that comes with double guns. I also don't understand why people are saying the speeder is, okay, but also not the best speeder. I mean, I think the speeder is amazing. Double extra gun. Now, speeder doesn't even come with a gun usually. That's extra. And whenever Lego does extra, I mean, it's amazing when extra for Lego Star Wars usually means, like an extra clone trooper that just makes it absolutely amazing. Like an extra clone trooper. But those Clone Wars clone troopers are better. I just love the clone trooper clones. I don't know, people like these some more, some like those. Oh wait, I'm pretty sure it's the V9 Torrent. No, not. The V9 Torrents? I don't know, is it the V9 Torrents? Or that new set that comes with Clone Wars Obi-Wan, whatever show, however you call it. Okay, this is by the way, everybody's room. I just took out the battle droids that were there. By the way, I'm gonna make a mock at the end of this. So you better stay tuned for that. That's wrong. Okay, just don't make that noise. Oh, you want me to make my shot quicker? Why are all of these legs in that position? Like, what? By the way, I always check the big boys for any misprints? No misprint. Oh God, there's a misprint. I gotta get the worst one, misprinter. Well, bad news. I don't actually. I'm not a fan of making super Droids. Some of these are new parts mixed with my old collection. That's a new one. That's an old. That's a new. That's a new. Got all these dudes. So much of them. There's that 6 super Droids to go through. So much fun. Wow. Going for 6 super Droids. I don't know why, but I just love building the standard B1 Droids a bit more. They're more common and, they get thrown in everywhere. Like 2 standard Droids everywhere is the name. Hold on, there's always gotta be at least 2 super Droids everywhere. Okay, only 2. Why? Okay, what am I talking about? Super Droid? No. Standard B1 Droids. I like them more. I don't know why. But, they're cool maybe. There's just an army of super Droids that would tower over my clones, but yeah, 2 shock troopers at least. My other one's not a misprint, but the second one has gotta be a misprint. If you look close, you can see this red on here is a bit too far off. You can see a white spot on there, so that's a misprint. We don't like misprints. But misprints are good, I guess. Misprints are good, though, since you could buy 1 billion of these battle packs and get 0 misprints. So, that's rare at least. But I don't know if rare's kind of good here. I don't like misprints. They make especially if it's a big misprint, it's so noticeable. The second you look at the minifigure, oh, that's a misprint. If you could tell, easily like that, I don't like that type of misprint. Those type of misprints, I'm like, oh no, it's a misprint. Oh no. This one isn't really noticeable, but it's there. You might think it's noticeable since, the second I picked up the minifigure, I said, oh, it's a misprint. But that's just because I usually start on one side and go like that, and I started on that side. I go from bottom to top, so that was the first side I would ever check. And so, it was there, so these accessories are hard to put together. Oh my God. Shark Trooper, why are you so trying to put your accessories on? Okay, so we're just now building a battle droid on me. I don't think that's right. Restrictions. I guess that's right. I guess so. Wow, wait. This is wrong. Why'd they make me put the 2 of the same? They're supposed to be one of these types and one of these types. This type is so we could hold. So it could hold in, but also hold a blaster. Why is it broken, bro? This is an old thing. You just messed up. I'm thinking, I don't think that's right. That's how you heard me say, I don't think that's right. Because it wasn't right. It was wrong the whole time. Oh no, it was wrong. I like when things are wrong. So this is a great set. Of course, you're not getting that much minifigures. There's a couple that I still had, but if you have still like one that B1 Battle Droid and a couple of other minifigures, you can have this amazing army. I said I'm gonna make a mock. I don't have time right now. By the way, when I was a bit smaller, I always pretended that I found an instruction in my bin of Lego of this thing that had this thing in it, and I always and I found the pieces for it. I have a ton of pieces I can show you in the bin. I'm not gonna do that. So, and I always pretended it was a starship, because that's boring, of course. So, starship. Okay. Bye, guys.